Hello, this is going to be a tutorial on how to submit your returning student verification information for the upcoming school year. We're so glad to have your family joining us again at Uplift. So what will happen is I will be going through Skyward and sending you the account reset links to your email. So you will receive an email that looks just like this. The subject line will be UMass Skyward account. It will come from a do not reply account through Uplift. And it will give you your login name, and it will also give you the link to submit for a new password. And so what you will do is you will click on this link. You will select I'm not a robot and enter in that username that is listed here in the email. Once you click submit, go back into your email. It's an automated system, so it will take a couple minutes for that next email to forward to you. But when it does, it will look just like this. Do not reply, forgotten login / password assistance. So go ahead and click on there. Again, it will remind you of your login name. And this link will bring you to the reset password, which will look like this. And once you enter in your new password, be sure to follow along with the requirements down below. Once you click submit, it will bring you to the login page here. So go ahead, type in your login ID and type in your password, and that will bring you to the Family Access portal with our Skyward account. So everyone will receive this re-enrollment verification link in the center of their wall here on the home page. If you have more than one student, there will be a drop-down arrow next to the student's name, and you are able to click on each individual student to complete their re-enrollment information. So clicking on the re-enrollment verification link, and actually before that, just mentioning if you do have any new students that you would like to enroll with Uplift, there's also this new student registration link here. But for the returning students, clicking on that re-enrollment verification link, please be sure to read through the instructions carefully. There are some things that it depends on your family situation if you need to submit or don't submit. For example, anyone going into 7th grade, you will need to contact your doctor, make sure your student is current on their immunizations. Reminder that the COVID vaccine is not a required immunization, just the standard ones, or contacting your local health department and receiving an updated waiver form for the immunizations that are required in 7th grade. So that's some things that some of you will end up needing. So just go ahead, read carefully. If you have any questions, my contact information is listed here, email and phone number. So from here, you can either click the next button or you can select each of the pieces on the list separately. When you are verifying your student information, you'll notice through this that there are boxes that are grayed out and you cannot update them. If you notice that something is spelled wrong, something is listed wrong, be sure to email me and I can update that within the system. The home phone information is the primary parent who is listed on our account, and that can be changed under family information here. So that is grayed out in the student information, but not under Part C. If your student does have a cell phone that you would like to list for our teachers to contact them during the school year, you can go ahead, click this drop-down arrow to student cell and enter that here. And also if they have a separate home email address, we do strictly use our school email accounts that we create for our students during the school year. But if you would like to have us have that availability to email their personal account, feel free to list that as well. On every step, you will need to click one of these complete buttons at the bottom. If you click complete step 1 only, it will leave you on this account or on this step, and you will click down to Part B, or you can complete step 1 and move on to the next step. Verifying your address information, be sure to separate all the pieces. This is how the system is automatically set up. So the street number, the street direction, and then the street name are all separate, and then entering in whether you have an apartment, a building number, a lot number, if you're upper or lower apartments, trailer, unit number, anything like that can be listed here under SUD and the number that is associated with that on the next line. Entering in your zip code here. If it does list the wrong city, be sure to email me. I know there's a few cities downstate that share a zip code, so notifying me if the zip code that is associated with you doesn't populate, and I can update that as well. If you verify the student's family information, this is the parents' information. If you have parents that are separated, the one family cannot update the other families, the other home's information. So if mom and dad are separated, mom has legal custody of the student, but dad's information is also listed in the system. Dad would also have to log in and update his information separately. But since mom is listed as the primary contact, then she would be the one to update all of the student's additional information. So however your personal family situation works there. And again, feel free to contact me if you have any questions. Under these steps, the emergency information is not required. I know it says required here. That's just a piece in the system. But with our school, it really is not. We are going to be offering in-person field trips this year. So if your student does have any critical information that our staff should be aware of, make sure to list that, not only in emergency, but also under health information. Emergency contacts are next. You are able to change their order, add emergency contacts. You're able to delete them. If you do delete, say we have uncle here, make sure you're listing someone additional to the mother and the father, somebody outside the home that can be contacted in case the family cannot be contacted. Again, this section is not required, even though it says it is. You can just go ahead and click Complete Step. If your student does have notes that you would like to notify us of, please be sure to leave those. Step 2 is verifying the ethnicity and race of your student. So just go ahead and click Continue. Verify that the information that was originally listed is correct and complete that step. These are the additional forms that we created, required by the state to get responses to on a yearly basis. So go ahead and scroll through, make sure to read these carefully and answer them whether yes or no. Our handbook currently is in the previous school year's handbook, so the current year in this instance for the date of this tutorial. So if during the summer there are any changes made to our handbook, that will be notified, sent out as a notification to you. And so just go ahead, read what we have currently in our handbook, and verify that you have read that and understand the terms and conditions. Additional learning coach information. If there's anybody else who will be assisting your student during the school year, whether that be a grandparent, aunt, uncle, we've had a babysitter before that was a learning coach for one of our students. Feel free to list their contact information here and whether or not they need an additional learning coach account created separately in Accelerate. Step 4 is the residency information, so making sure to list through here your family's resident situation, of course. We do have the McKinney-Vento liaison who can assist you with any issues that your family may be going through right now. Her contact information is listed here. Step 5, technology agreement. So this is for our school-issued computers and if your family has a MiFi device. making sure to read through those terms and conditions. If your school-issued computer is still in good working condition, yes or no. If no, give a brief description of what's wrong with the computer, and let us know whether or not you will be sending that computer back to IT over the summer to be repaired or maintained. If you do select yes here, please make sure to submit a support ticket to IT. They will email you back with a return label through FedEx, no charge to you. FedEx can also help you print off the label. If you don't have a printer, you would just need to bring that tracking number to FedEx with you. So read through that carefully and complete those answers. And finally, step 6 is the additional attachments option. If you've had a change of address that you've listed up in Part 1B, make sure to list the different proofs of address that are required. And if your student is going into 7th grade, again, we do need updated immunization or waiver information from you. If your family has had any change in custody throughout the summer or throughout this school year that we were not made aware of, be sure to add that. It can be added under attachments. And if there's additional up and above information and not enough attachment options, please feel free to email me, and I can accept those via email and add those to your student's file. So when you are looking through the verification of the information, making sure all of the steps have a green check mark next to them, then you will be able to continue to Section 7 and complete this enrollment verification process. There will be additional documents being sent out via DocuSign. Skyward at the moment for us does not have signature capabilities. And so anything we do need signatures on, such as our Title I information that we will be sending, our family household verification information needs signatures, and there's some other pieces that need to be updated yearly as well. Those will be sent out to you via DocuSign after July. So once you are all completed here, click submit, and if I have any questions, I will be in contact with you. So please let me know if you have anything additional, and I look forward to starting our new school year. I hope you all have a wonderful summer.